Hi there, I'm Bob Liebhauser, and tonight's video is on culture. So we're going to be talking about culture and what that means to a business. By definition, culture is sort of how we play in the sandbox in a business. So how we interact, how we behave towards each other, whether we fight, we get along, treat each other with respect, etc., etc. All the rules that we play by in the sandbox. That's the culture of a company. So one of the points of culture that I want to share this evening in silver bullet number 6 is one point or one part of culture. And so you see the word responsibility here. So the question I have for business owners is, when is the last time that you had a discussion with your team about the 3 different kinds of responsibility? So when is the last time you had a conversation and a discussion with your team about the 3 different kinds of responsibility? So this is a major key to any business and any relationship. So, responsible. What does it mean to be responsible? The first kind of responsibility that you can discuss with your team is, what does it mean to be responsible? In my definition, it means that I do what I say I'm going to do. So if I, on a very, very consistent basis, do what I say I'm going to do, every single time, at that point, I can hold up my hand and say, I'm a responsible person. That's good. And I'm assuming that that's the kind of team that you want to be, that you want to work with, that's the kind of team you want to have in your business. The interesting thing about being responsible is that we have to remember that it starts with us. So before we can have a team that is responsible, before we can have a family or an organization that is responsible, we have to be responsible. So remember, it starts with us. So now as we proceed here, having a conversation with our team, we bring up the second type of responsibility, the second way of being responsible. And that is being irresponsible. So if I'm irresponsible, what does that mean? Well, in my definition, being irresponsible means sort of the opposite of being responsible. So if I don't do what I'm going to say, I am being irresponsible. If I don't follow the rules of the family, of the business, of the organization, at that point, if I said that I was going to follow the rules and I'm not following the rules, I'm irresponsible. If I don't do what I'm going to say, I'm being irresponsible. So that is the definition of irresponsible. So now the question is, what is the third different type of responsibility? Being non-responsible. So what does it mean to be non-responsible? There's actually a definition for this, and you may want to take this down, so I'll say it twice. Being non-responsible is, by definition, the assignment of cause or blame outside of ourselves for any event that occurs in our life. So it's the assignment of cause or blame outside of ourselves for any event that happens. So, in other words, what that means is, if I give an excuse, no matter what the excuse is, at that point I'm being non-responsible. So, if I walk into a meeting late and I say, I'm late, I apologize, and I sit down, at that point I'm not being responsible, I'm just being irresponsible by definition. If I walk into the meeting and I say to everybody there, geez, I'm sorry I'm late, I had a flat tire, my wife is sick, I had a headache, the snow was too deep, I had a shovel, whatever it is, anytime that I assign cause or blame outside of myself for this event that I didn't do my job on, at that point I'm being non-responsible. So the true advantage of this is when these 3 words are defined in your organization, you can use them very freely in all conversations, and that's pretty cool, because at that point, if I'm irresponsible, I have to hold up my hand and say, I'm irresponsible, I'm late to the meeting. That's it. If I come in and give an excuse or a reason why I'm late, at that point, I'm being non-responsible. And as we get older, we don't want to hear it. So we don't want to, I don't think anybody watching this video ever is interested in or ever wants to hear anybody give an excuse or a reason of why they didn't do what they say they were going to do. So the challenge for you as a business owner is define these 3 words for your team and use these 3 words And when we shoot for everybody being responsible, we're going to have a great organization, and we stand a heck of a lot better chance of being successful, not only ourselves, but the entire organization. So that is silver bullet number 6, the 3 definitions of the 3 different types of responsibility. So I challenge you to share that with your team.